hello. Oops. Closed the wrong tab. I think I lost all my chat. I have the backup, but I clicked on the wrong button. Hawks already in the house even before we began, sitting in the terminal, boarding in an hour. Safe trips, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Plato is present. Hello, Plato. Hallahan in the house. Hello, Hallahan. And welcome, everybody. Yeah, we're here in Atlanta for the event. Somebody took my parking spot. I don't know who this guy. I ordinarily be mad at this person, but they are in an E190 with the blueprint livery, so I can't be that mad, but I had to shift over and slew over. But we are doing the real ops. Our departure time is at 7:07. So I got to get going here. I've already cheated a little bit, and I've been entering information. I already got my clearance. So we're cleared via, let's see here, departing. What's active runway? He didn't give it to me, right? Nope. Departure ATIS is departing runways 26 left, 27 right. All right, we'll do 26 left. Departure 26 left, and we are on the Phil 3. Is that right? Yeah. Never heard of that departure here. Hartwall. You end up sitting and think, whoa! When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Hawks coming back in with a tier, I don't know. What do they call it here? Membership? Thank you, Hawks. What a legend. And Hallahan loves that song, by the way. 4 right. And Kennedy. 4 right. Cameron 4. Insoit. Thank you, Hawks. Appreciate you, man. I did not pick up the 175. I really thought about it, and then I said no, and then I said yes, and then I just didn't do anything. So I just got lazy. All right, 10,000 feet is our top for the sit here. Extremely junior first officer level. Yes, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Very, very kind. Much too kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2999er. 9er. Okay. Nope, that's incorrect. That's correct. Doop. Let's get going out of here. We gotta be wheels up in 17, or no. Yeah, like 17 minutes, something like that. 7:07. I'm gonna try to get out of here as soon as we can. Did we miss boarding completed? That is not in this airplane. That is a fly-by-wire, sir. Since we're flying the Phoenix, I'm not allowed to legally say, boarding completed! Uh-oh. The rat is out. Oh my God, that is loud. Oh, there it is. I see it. How do you get the rat back in? Rat. It's a failure. Get out of here. Yeah, it's a failure. We're good.
Traffic.
Traffic? What? Everything's fine. The other JetBlue's pushing back there. Thank you, Hawks. I appreciate you. Carrie B, what's up, man? The rat can only be stowed by MX. I don't know what that means. Oh, once it's out, it's out. Yeah, so what happened, I think I know what happened. I slewed over because this guy was at my gate. So I slewed over, and I'm pretty sure that when you slew in this plane, MX is maintenance. To me, that's Mexico. But yeah, we fixed it. Everything's fine. We had the maintenance department come by. We're good. All right, so call ground control at north end of ramp for taxi with spot number and ATIS. Why would you give them a spot number? Oh, okay, never mind. All right, so ground is 1219er, same as Boston. Cool. So I don't have to call him for push and start. I just give him a call at north end of ramp for taxi. seems too easy. That seems like I'm gonna get yelled at, but okay. Okay. As Sheed would say. Alright, what am I forgetting? Oh yeah. Mark cars. I knew if I was forgetting something. Gotta get credit for this flight. So this is the Real Ops event in Atlanta today. So they're doing this all weekend if you want to join in. All the way through, I think, like Monday morning. You get a slot, and they're real world flights. You just pick the real world slot. I mean, obviously you don't need one.
Atlanta ground November 1 Juliet.
What did I file? 350.
Control to 118.11. Got no answer. You can get my clearance from you once it comes to Juliet.
118.100, 118.1.
So it's kind of cool they're doing this.
Is that the frequency?
How does one request a slot? If you go to the VATSIM event website,
The one that you gave, the 118.
if you go to VATSIM USA calendar, there's a link right there.
18.1.
So you just find your slot. You just have to log in through VATSIM, and then you can request a slot. And there's also, I mean, there's like 183 pages that you can pick from. So there's plenty that you can do. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. We've got to get going.
Where are you?
So APU on. Let's get out of here.
Gate E3.
Number 45, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Charlie.
That's runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Charlie, November 45.
72207, contact Atlanta Tower, 119.1.
119.1 for 2207.
Get that plugged in. And we're doing real ops at Minneapolis and Chicago a few times. It's tough managing it all because people just YOLO and screw up the schedule. Yeah. I wonder how they handle that, because obviously there's going to be a lot of people who are just going to show up and just be like, hey, I'm here to fly. Like, they're not going to deny them, obviously. It's just a cool idea. I give them credit for it. All right, there goes the JetBlue Embraer. Respect, sir. Or madam. Shouldn't assume. Just roll with it. Exactly. All right, we're ready to go. Waiting for the APU to come on. Oh, yeah, we got that. We love that, Carrie. We love the JetBlue here. Hey, there's another one. We're multiplying. I did not try the early access Embraer. I really thought about it, Plato, and then I kind of forgot about it. I thought about getting it just for review purposes, but then I thought about editing the video, and then I said, no, I'm not doing this. It's too much work. All right, external power on. Ground services. Boop, boop. Connect the tug, please. Crank. Sir. Come on, tug. We got to get going here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you aboard JetBlue 1320 with nonstop service to John F. Kennedy Airport today. Should be getting off the ground here, hopefully on time. Thank you for flying JetBlue. Along with my extremely junior first officer Noah and myself, I'd like to welcome you aboard. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. We've got about looks like an hour and 45 minute ride up to New York, so we'll be there soon. Enjoy.
All right. I don't know what's happening with the tug. It says it's connected. It's really not. Here we go. I got a rant for you guys when I get up in the air.
Airlines ground, good afternoon, JetBlue 467, information November. We are on the SNAP blue departure and we are holding short of flight here.
JetBlue 467 Atlanta ground, connect ground 121.75.
121.75, JetBlue 467.
Taxi. Airport. Where are we here? Blew past it. No, we're good. Everything's fine. No ramp controller. No, my instructions are to go to the north end of ramp for taxi with spot number and ATIS. Turning 2. Of course. Always getting the notifications while I'm streaming. Alright, this is good. Stop.
Ground Southwest 733, spot 3 Sierra, taxi with November.
So 733, kind of ground 121.75.
2175, thanks a lot. November 45, holding short of runway 27 right.
Number 45, contact Atlanta Tower.
Oh, nice Hawks.
Frequency for you.
Contacting Atlanta Tower.
123.85.
Alright, APU is good.
Atlanta Tower, November 167 Juliet.
Engines are good, I mean. APU's been
Requesting
good for a while.
taxi for departure direct
One,
to Charlotte.
two. Max auto brake. Boop. Boop.
167 Juliet
going.
Alpha, Atlanta ground. Did you already see our VFR clearance?
Roger, November 1.
Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm in the wrong profile. I was just flying the A321 earlier. I'm like, why do my engines sound like they're about to die? Everything's fine. All right, so I got to call him. Hold ground at north end of ramp with taxi and spot number 8 is. I don't know what spot number is.
5 by 5.
Oh, spot number 5 November. Yes. All right, let's give him a try here. Atlanta ground, good evening. JetBlue 1320 with spot number 5 November and ready for taxi with the weather on board.
JetBlue 1320, Atlanta ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
Taxi 26 left via Foxtrot 1320. I have 26 left already in here. I panicked and didn't know the correct what I was supposed to say. About 7 minutes ahead of
Atlanta
schedule.
ground, November 167 Juliet Alpha. Did you get my last transmission?
Number 7 Juliet Alpha, negative.
Just requesting some clearance for departure VFR to Charlotte, and I did get my clearance prior.
Roger. JetBlue 1320, I'm in the runway assignment, runway 27 right. You can taxi via Foxtrot Delta, hold short of Lima.
All right, we're going to taxi. So 27 right now, Foxtrot Delta, hold short of Lima, JetBlue 1320. Oh boy. 27 right. So much for our on-time departure. 27 right. What's the departure today? Bill 3 Hartwall. All right, so now we've got to go Foxtrot Delta 27. Oh god. You still have 7 minutes for flow. We're gonna need him.
The 167 Juliet Alpha, were you ready to
Noah!
taxi?
Roger, ready to taxi November 167 Juliet Alpha.
The 167 Juliet Alpha, Atlanta ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Alpha, hold short of runway 26 right at the approach end.
Taxi via Alpha, hold short 26 on the... Can you repeat that last transmission one more time?
It's runway 26 left, taxi via Alpha, and hold short of runway 26 right at the east end of the runway.
Taxi via Alpha.
This really is when it's helpful to have a first officer and not an extremely junior first officer who doesn't do anything.
Taxi to 26 left, holding short of runway 26 right on the east side. 167 Juliet Alpha.
All right, 1 down, 0.2. What? Noah, keep it center line, huh? I'm trying to put the numbers in. 67. One, 4, 6, and 8. Beep. All right, everything's fine. Let's try that again. We're good. 279 makes no sense if he had you go out the north end. Yes, correct. I assume, Carrie, I assume they're changing their ops or, I don't know, something. There's a good reason, but I don't know what it is. Short of that's Lima. That wasn't for me, was it, what he just said? They're amending their real ops. And Atlanta ground, JetBlue 1320, holding short of Lima on Delta.
JetBlue 1320, contact ground 121.75.
Over to other ground, 12175, thanks. JetBlue 1320. One, 2, 3. Atlanta ground, good evening. JetBlue 1320 on Delta, holding short of Lima for 27 right.
1320 Atlanta ground, hello. Runway 27 right, continue via Lima, Lima Charlie.
Taxi to 27 right, Lima, Lima Charlie, JetBlue 1320. Lima, Lima Charlie. So that is going to be, ooh, the first turn off, okay. That'll be a left turn here. I suspect that the first guy I was talking to is not actually doing departures. Maybe he was going to, and then he decided he's not going to. Who knows? Got some airplanes coming in there. But it is strange that I got my clearance, and he cleared me to taxi, and then was like, JK LOL, you're going somewhere else.
Taxi ramp 9, please.
Kobe 80 underground, hello, welcome to Atlanta.
I'm not sensing an epic taxi. No. Here's the problem with flying JetBlue. There were not a lot of flights in and out of Atlanta. I mean, it was slim pickings in terms of flights. So, like, I would have much preferred to fly into Atlanta. You always want to fly into an event field. You never want to fly out of the event field, or at least you fly first in. Anyway, as I recall, I don't think there was anything that was good until some weird hour of the night. So this one worked out timing-wise. This flight worked out the best, so that's why I picked it. But I would much rather fly in than fly out. Delta, right? If only there was some other airline that had like a flight every 3 minutes over here. That guy's taking a sweet time landing. That guy just landed. Or that guy's taking off, I think. That USA website is down for me? Really? Hang on a second. Here. Oh, you can't. Just go to, can you see the URL? It's ztlartcc.org/realops. Here.
1320 monitor tower 123.85.
123.85 will be monitoring 1320. What?
27 right and November 5. Make the right turn on Mike. Monitor ground 121.75.
Cross 27 right, November 5, right turn Mike 12175, Southwest 844.
Okay, so it's this one here. Hang on, Plato, I got you. They're making me do stuff like fly an airplane.
Southwest 733, con departure. Have a good flight.
Or departure now, thanks a lot, Southwest 733.
JetBlue 1320, Atlanta Tower, RNAV to, correction, JetBlue 1320, runway 27 right at Lima Charlie, line of way, traffic crossing downfield.
Lap and wait, 27 right, 1320.
1320, RNAV to football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV football, clear for takeoff, 27 right, JetBlue 1320. All right, boys, here we go.
Flight 1060s for departure.
Flex SRS. We forgot to get Sheet do the pre-takeoff checklist. So clear, no blues. 1111. Takeoff, no green. Check left, check right. No terrain. Noah, keep it. Oh my God, Noah. Wow, the wind is real tonight. V1, rotate. Into the wind we go. Positive brake, you're up. Sheed mode on.
Delta 1848, landed tower, cross runway 27 right at Tango, join Lima, monitor ground 121.75.
Delta 848, cross runway at Tango, Lima, and then monitor ground 121.75, Delta 1848.
And Atlanta Tower, JetBlue 1320, airborne passing through 3000.
JetBlue 1320, contact departure, have a good flight.
Over to departure, thanks to the ATC and the event today, appreciate it. JetBlue 1320.
JetBlue 467, I don't see you turning whatsoever. If you can't fly the airplane, I'm going to have to ask you to disconnect, please. It's going to be busy tonight.
Oh, no, I'm not having to fly the aircraft. The aircraft's just being weird for some reason.
467, roger. If you can't get it figured out in 10 miles, then...
There's the plot. There's the URL, Plato.
Southwest 733, contact Atlanta Center 126.67.
26.67, main flight, Southwest 733.
Not a problem, we'll see you.
Atlanta departure, good evening. JetBlue 1320, passing through 4000.
Norm 80, Mike Delta, Wyatt and Class Bravo, turn right heading 340 immediately.
Alright, 340 immediately, Mike Delta.
Not supposed to be in a Bravo, sir. That's the reason it's a Bravo. JetBlue 1320, departure radar contact.
That's it. No more there else. All right. What caused you to switch back to the Phoenix? Seemed like you preferred the fly-by-wire for a while. Well, the Phoenix A320 Neo, the problem with it is there's no VNav. Let me down all the way just a little bit. So the lack of VNav is really a pain in the butt. So that's like number one with a bullet reason. That's really the only reason. It's just the lack of VNav. I like the Phoenix. I mean, I like the Phoenix, I like the fly-by-wire. I think I prefer the fly-by-wire, but I think the lack of VNav in it really annoyed me. So, yeah. Yeah, it's been gone. Hawks try to help me out with it, and what's interesting is I have VNav in the Latin VFR A321 that has the fly-by-wire mod in it, but I cannot get it in the other one. Sounds like a typical VATSIM event in just a few transmissions.
Yep, A Mike Delta, just because I cleared out course doesn't mean you're cleared instead of Bravo.
Just like, you gotta love when you tune to a frequency and already it's just people yelling at each other and people just not paying attention.
JetBlue 467, are you direct to Smelts now?
I said we're doing that now. I'm flying it as manually at the moment, trying to figure out why it's not working.
For the 1320, contact center 124.37.
Over to Atlanta Center 12437. JetBlue 1320. Thank you.
See ya.
Oh my God, the amount of Atlanta controllers.
Departure, this is November 734, Uniform Echo, holding short runway 26, ready for departure to the northwest.
743, Uniform Echo, proceed on course only 27.
0, then contact approach.
With speed
Yeah, the amount of Atlanta Center controllers is crazy.
Roger.
Atlanta Center, good evening. JetBlue 1320, level 10,000.
1320 Atlanta, where are you coming out of?
Coming out of Atlanta.
Triple 1320, Roger, contact Atlanta Center on 125.62.
All right, 12562. Thanks to the ATC, 1320. 125.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 2335. We check it in, flight level 300.
Southwest 2335, Atlanta low. Delta 334, cross Aussie 12000, 250 knots.
Cross Aussie 12000, speed 225, correction.
Atlanta Center, good evening. JetBlue, 1320, level 10,000 feet.
JetBlue 1320 Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 350.
350, JetBlue, 1320. At least found a controller who's having a good time. The mod for the 320, I think, they settled on a certain build that had VNAV. Yeah, probably a really old one, Hawks. And it works. Gotta love it. Day equals made. You gotta love the controllers that have a good sense of humor, because the departure controller, I mean, he was nice to me. I have no problem with him. He just clearly wasn't. He had a couple pilots who did not know what they were doing. It was painfully obvious there. So I want to I want to go. I'm going to start off the stream here now that we're airborne and we seem to be good for a while. I want to rant against Imagine Sim today, since there's an event. I was like, I'm going to go pick up the Atlanta scenery because I want to get payware scenery for Atlanta. You guys want to see good scenery. It's an event, blah, 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 right? And there's Imagine Sim Atlanta. I went to their website, purchased it, no problem. Like, super easy. Everything's great. I go to download it. It will not download. It downloads extremely slow. It gets about 40 megabytes in, and then nothing. And I tried all day. This wasn't like maybe their server was down. Like, I mean, then I emailed them, no response. I went to their Facebook page. Evidently, this company is MIA. So do not buy Imagine Sim scenery at all. Evidently, the scenery also exists on the Microsoft Marketplace, but I already purchased it. So if you end up on 126675, he's not overwhelmed. Tell Hustler that Plato says hello. Will do. You see 126. JetBlue 1320.
JetBlue 1320.
Any chance we can step away for about 3 minutes to go harass one of the other Atlanta controllers?
Go for it.
We'll report back 1320. 675. Oh. 26. I got him, right? 1266. Yeah. Atlanta Center, good evening. JetBlue 1320 with a request from Plato who says hello.
JetBlue 1320 Atlanta Center.
We're going back to our frequency, but good to see you, Hustler.
Hi. Did you have a request or you just checking in?
No, Plato just wanted to say hello.
No. Oh, tell him hi.
He can hear you.
Hi, Apollo.
There we go. Atlanta Center, JetBlue 1320 is back.
Welcome back. I hope you gave him a hard time.
Oh, we did. He got it good. It's like the cockpit is very dark. Like, that's doing something. I guess it's just the lack of film light. Hey, Hustler. What's better about this, Hustler, is we actually asked for permission from one of the other controllers to come harass you, and they gave us permission to go to a different frequency and bug you. So I just want to say that it was an inside job, but you guys are doing a great job at the event, which is a lot of fun. I only wish I could have done a flight in today or gone through your airspace or both. Yeah, this control, whoever we're talking to right now, Hustler on 125625 is excellent. Who is it? Meg does a great. She's got the right She's loving life. She's having a good time.
372, 15.8 for 16,000.
American 2372 at Atlanta Center. Hello, climb maintain flight level 360.
Oops,
Climb and maintain 360, American 2372.
All right, so pretty good event. I mean, everything. So the Real Ops again is going through the whole weekend. If you guys want to check it out, I might do one more flight on tomorrow afternoon. I think you can only. Hang on, if I log in as a real pilot, let me see. If I go JFK, because the only JetBlue flights are let's see, tomorrow is the 14th, right? Yes. Okay. So 14. No, I won't be home for that. Yeah, the problem with the times, like 4:12. This is right in dinner time. Oh, someone already took it, so can't do that. No. And 14. That's way past my bedtime. Now the times stink. Today's flight is literally the only flight that like works well timing wise. And I could do this flight again on Sunday at 6:50, but probably not. Anyway, you never know. Maybe we'll pick up another one. Meanwhile, the actual 1320 is still at the gate. Is that right? Let's see. Expected to depart shortly, they say.
196, contact Atlanta.
So we're doing better. Ooh, I can break up the 737. Ooh, that's a good idea.
4.37, amazing job today.
That's a really good idea. Let's see, tomorrow. For tomorrow, I don't need to. So where would I fly tomorrow? Because I can go anywhere now. I don't want to go to New York, obviously, because we're doing New York now. So we need.
And just say the frequency one more time for Global 196.
We go to Bradley.
It is 124.37.
So tomorrow.
Roger.
No, I can't do that one. This is a little. I need something like a little closer. Like I need like a. We could just go to Orlando. That's an easy one to do. Actually, I haven't done Miami in forever. Let's see. I have good scenery. I just never fly there. Actually, I can do Spirit Airlines because with VBlue you can do Spirit routes now. So that might work actually. Let's go to page 2. Oh, we got a wiener. This one will work. 4 o'clock. Yeah, perfect. Did. We're doing this one. Tomorrow? Yes. Yes. Did. Bam. We need Hustler on frequency though. Oh, Key West. I don't have any frequency. I don't have any scenery for Key West. Is that even an option? What is it? Like it's not that. I always forget. What is it? No, that's not right either. What's the Key West ICAO code? I know it's like there's an an E and there's a W. There are 2 distance scenery. It's EYW. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's one of those. Nope. There's no flights to Key West. I'm sorry. That's a good idea, actually. No K? Has to be K. Oh, all right. I lied. All right. There is. EYW. Got it. All right. 14. There is a 2 o'clock flight. That would work. I'd have to buy the scenery. You want Key West or Miami? We'll do it. Hold on. We'll do a poll. Where I'm a man of the people here. How do you do a poll? Where to fly tomorrow? Miami, Key West. Ask my community. All right, vote in the poll. Whoever wins, I can get rid of my bid that I did. Speaking of this, we should probably check. How's the event going? Hustler, how's the event on your end? It was pretty quiet on your frequency. I wasn't sure. Wow. 145 arrivals.
2372,
holy moly.
Center on 124.37.
Wow. Good for you guys. That is awesome. especially after last week, Hustler. Did you see what happened in Jacksonville in Orlando last week? It was a debacle, sir. So this is a breath of fresh air. There's actually 3 Jacksonville centers online, but no planes. How do they have 3 this week when they're not even doing an event? How? How is Orlando totally staffed this week? Anyway. And we're going into Kennedy, 13 arrivals, and we've got full coverage all the way. So as long as nobody signs offline, which is a lot to ask Washington Center, they got 3 controllers on. Irony of ironies, there's no Boston controller on.
Delta 1428, contact Atlanta Center.
All right, we're going to Key West, it looks like.
124.9er. Standby, that's the wrong one.
All right, let's get rid of my bid that I did. Hold on, first.
All right, Delta 1428, contact Atlanta Center 124.37.
Alrighty, over to Atlanta Center 2437, Delta 1428, I'll see.
And then we're going. Wait a minute. Okay, there's another. Someone already took this flight, but we can do this flight. That's fine. It's actually better for me. 218. The 14th. That's tomorrow. Yes. Bid. All right. What's the scene? What scenery do you guys like for Key West? What's the good one? I think Carrie said there were 2 of them, or was it Plato? Plato says, I will definitely do a flight involving Atlanta at some point tonight or tomorrow. Come join me for the flight, Plato. I mean, there's not another slot for Key West. I mean, you could do no, there's not. But you don't have to do, this was the wrong flight anyways. This was coming back, so this is good. Anyway, you could do, I mean, you could just fly. I don't think they'll stop you. Spite is the reason why there's controllers on today instead of last week? Yeah. Let's see, did the actual flight, is it 707 yet? Yeah, they're supposed to be taking off already. Let's see, did they leave? Uh-oh. Still says on time. How is that possible? Expected to depart in 3 minutes. We're doing better than the real, we're doing better than the real world here, folks. Let's see, sim market. So there's there's Key West for MFS Dream Team. Only $9. I have Orbex Key West, but there's also FS Dream. Is Orbex? Well, Orbex is better, right? I mean, it's always gonna be better. It's a product update. What? Guys, we might have to Alt F4 this flight. There is an update. Virtual Call has updated their aircraft. What? Released December 14th. Why did I only get the update now? What's in the update? Could the worst plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator not be as bad? Is there like an update? How do I figure out what's in there? Now with new bugs. Yeah, that's accurate. How do I know what's in the update? Sir. I go to the updates. Remodeled cockpit, new textures, PBR cockpit and cabin, okay, but what about the rest of it? How do I see the... Orbex is better and cheaper? Okay, well, that's a... Hold on a second. Let's one thing at a time. What do they call Orbex now? It's not Orbex. It's,
American 2112, Atlanta Center. Hello, climb, maintain flight level 350.
Flight level 350, American Center, Hotel. Thank you.
Yeah, this is updating. Perhaps it's release notes in the download? Yeah. I can't download it. Will it screw up my downloads? Because SimMarket will just pop it in, like it'll delete what's in the community folder. And while I'm flying, it might not be a great idea to do that, I would imagine, right? We got to check that out. Oh, I also have, by the way, you can't see it here, but I have the flight replay mode. Actually, you guys can't see this. This is fine, I think. Yeah, shut up. for Bex. Copy password. There we go. You don't see anything. You see nothing. Oh, baby. E190 flight confirmed. I really almost want to Alt F4 this whole thing here. And yeah, see, I don't want to do that right now. E West. Wow, it's on sale too. Nice. Add to cart. All right. Definitely pick that up. Yes, I got it. It's just one of those, Hawks, it's one of those iCal codes that, like, my brain doesn't process. There's got to be a change log somewhere. Like, I shouldn't have to go through the whole thing. You would think that it would. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing, like, I highly doubt it's anything, like, the plane is still probably garbage, but it might be newer garbage. All right, we'll have to download that after, too. Got some homework tonight. Do I sense a JetBlue Blueprint flight coming up soon? If they had, I don't think there's the delivery for it. I could be wrong. If you go to Flight Sim 2, I think there's only like one decent, and I say decent like that's a stretch, livery for it. I don't even think there's a category. Let's see. Embraer. Oh, there is. I lied. Virtual call 190, 195. Let's see. How many are there? Do I have to go through like 800, or can I just look at like 5?
Center American 2537 with you passing 11,000 for 19,000.
No, there's like
American
7.
2537 Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 230.
Yeah. I have this one, blueberries. Oh, there's a lot actually. I don't have this. I don't think any of these are. This one's real. This one's fake for sure. I don't think this tail. I don't think that exists. This one, I don't think. I think that's an A320. Yeah, how do they not have the blueprint, right? You know what? We need Hawks on this. So what are you thinking regarding the new E-Jets? My thoughts on it, and I haven't flown it to be perfectly fair. I mean, it's clearly a work in progress, and maybe a year from now, it'll be in a much better state. I mean, if you're buying it today, you have to know you're getting a hot mess of an airplane that doesn't have VNAV and, you know, just looks the part but doesn't fly the part. I don't mind them doing that because I think they've been extremely open about it, but I would not recommend anybody purchase the E175 unless you are so desperate for an E175 that you are willing to overlook just about every bug that's out there. Like, if this, let me put this in another way. If this were the E190, I would buy it because I am so desperate for an E190 that I'm willing to overlook a lot of things. That being said, I am extremely disappointed that they have opted once again, thank you X-Crafts, for they're making up an FMC. The FMC is not what they actually use because it's complicated and they can't be bothered to make it. Imagine Phoenix made an FMC that didn't look like the one in the Airbus because they were like, you know what, it's just too hard to do that. We're going to do our own thing. It's crazy.
Southwest 39, clear to Atlanta, F-Cloud 3,220 and 10. Departure with you, 5114.
Southwest 3099, read back, correct. You can call me holding short of the active. I think we're running north.
Southwest 39, A-front, we're planning departure from runway 04.
Yeah, all right. There was a disconnect there, and we were just going there. So I think the problem is that you got to be, number one, you have to be, if you're not doing your homework and not aware of the problems, the features that are missing that won't be there arguably for months, if not years, then that's on you. But my bigger issue is that even if you look at the roadmap and you look at where they want to be, this will not be a Phoenix. It will not be a PMDG level aircraft. This is going to be that sub-tier, which is fine. I mean, for years, I flew the SSG E190, and I knew that was not on the same level as like a Flight Factor or one of those. But at the same time, Tollus, at the same time, the systems in the SSG were, I thought, fairly representative of the real world in the sense that they tried their best to replicate them. Xcraft never did that. Xcraft came up with their own crap that was really bad. So this one, again, they seem to be going down that road, and I don't understand that. Carrie's pushing back now. Where are you flying, Carrie? This controller sounds like a real-world controller. They have that swagger. This controller is what you want every VATSIM controller to be. Somebody who knows their stuff, is just having a nice time. Like, we're having a good time. That kind of a thing.
American 2112.
Oh, the real flight.
Washington Center,
yeah.
135.5.
135.5 for American 2112. Thank you, ma'am. Goodbye.
Taxiing for takeoff. Yep, they left the gate. What time was the flight supposed to leave? For realsies.
Wind tube, passing 10,000 for 14,000.
Southwest 853, Atlanta Center, hello, climb maintain, flight level 310.
310 is Southwest 8.
So what time was their flight supposed to leave today? By flight.
Atlanta Center, good evening, American 2040, crossing 12,000 for 16,000.
Oh, they're behind schedule, but they were scheduled for 7:19. The real world, this thing told me 7:07, so I don't know.
American 2040, Atlanta Center.
Plottis says I was planning to buy the new E-Jets on day one, but now waiting to see if it ever becomes decent. Yeah, for me, Plotto, ultimately, here's what I would say. I would wait for VNAV, because if we've learned one thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator, if the plane has VNAV, if you're flying IFR, obviously, if it has VNAV, it makes such a difference. Like, do you remember before the fly-by-wire had VNAV? Like, it was night and day difference. Similar to this. I think that's the feature that you have to, like, say, okay, I'll buy it when that comes out. Because other things are less important. I mean, obviously, there's a, for VATSIM purposes, you want to be able to, follow the flight path, so the LNAV, right? You want to be able to follow the altitudes, VNAV. You want to be able to do a hold, which I don't think it can do right now. And you want to be able to take a heading, which I think it does now.
We are ready for this.
So it needs those basic things, but I think VNAV especially is one that, if you're going to wait on it, that's the one to wait for. The only plane I've flown with VNAV is CRJ, and that at least has advisory. Right. That's okay. That has something that's like a facsimile of it. That works. Speed up here. But I just remember flying no VNAV and thinking it won't be so bad. I mean, if you fly to, like, Albany, which has no star, and all you're doing is descending, that's okay. You can manage without VNAV. But if you're doing, like, any kind of semi-complicated star, like, I mean, Boston, oh my God, what a nightmare it is without VNAV, right, on the Roebuck 3. If you're again, so other fields, it really doesn't matter as much. But it depends where you're flying. No, it's not VATSIM ready. Correct, Hawks. That doesn't stop people, obviously. I mean, to be perfectly fair, Hawks, I don't know that the virtual call E190 is VATSIM ready. I mean, it's not. I know it's not. And yet, I fly it on network. But I don't fly it during an event. I wouldn't do that. I fly it when there's, 7 people on. The worst is flying DCA without VNAV, so many altitude restrictions. Well, I think I've done that before in the Embraer and the virtual call. It's not, like, there are a lot, but I can use vertical speed to kind of get close. The Roebuck has a lot, especially if you're coming in on the Roebuck and you're doing like 2.7 or 2.2. I mean, there's just a lot. But if you're flying into like Albany, Syracuse, where there are no stars, then it's really easy. Ice cold. My God, here comes Ice Cold with a steel chair. That's a terrible JR impression. Hello, Ice. I did that slash whiskey in the 727 last event they had. I made it, but it was a lot. Did you actually fly it with the VOR to VOR, or did you? And I'm not passing judgment here. Did you cheat, Ice? Because I would cheat. If you're doing it the right way, God, the amount of work in there is like crazy. You use the SIVA? I tip my hat to you, sir. Not only are you a far greater nerd than I am, but your ability to manage that is like, that's big brain right there. I can't even do it. Yeah, that's a lot, dude. I don't know how you manage that. I couldn't do it. You guys don't follow, by the way, Hawks 1326 and Ice Cold both stream. I mean, Hawks, I don't know. When was the last time you streamed Hawks? putting you on the spot here. I haven't seen a Hawk stream in quite a while. I've seen a nice cold stream recently. Ice does a great job. Anyway, follow them. They're both on Twitch. 1975, yes. That is exactly the last time that Hawks streamed. It feels like 1975. I mean, Hawk streamed so long ago. How long is it? He streamed so long ago, Sheed was still streaming back then.
853, climb, maintain flight level 39 or 0.
So, I'm just saying. We haven't seen a virtual background recently of like, he's got like 8 different virtual backgrounds that he can make it look like for the full immersion. And it hasn't happened. And I don't even know the last time he controlled in Minneapolis. I'm just saying. Oh, by the way, speaking of controlling, Plato, if you're not aware, everybody in the stream, tomorrow, Crafty is going to be doing a 10, you got it right, 10-hour stream, no joke. 10 hours of Boston Center tomorrow morning. He starts at like 8 o'clock? Question mark? Gotta check Discord. Yeah. Ox, it's been a long time, buddy. We miss you. We've been suffering with Nomad. I mean, that's how bad it's been. Tomorrow, Crafty is starting at 8 a.m. Eastern, 10 hours on Twitch. Crafty Aviation, 200 follower celebration and birthday celebration. So it's his birthday tomorrow for realsies. I won't be up at 8 a.m., but good to know. Oh, somewhere Hallahan is rolling over in his bread-laced porch, Plato. Not up at 8 a.m.? What are you doing? You've controlled recently for Minneapolis, is that Chicago, AU, and Boston, just to retain currency? Nope. You got to, if you don't stream at Hawks, it doesn't count. Not Nomad. Listen, we've been dealing with Nomad complaining. When he streams, he complains. He's angry. He's,
American,
you know, we love Nomad, but Hawk, he's no Hawks 1326. That wasn't for me, right?
1 to 4.37 for American 2040. Thank you.
Yeah, it's easy to get up at 8 when you're in bed at 7:30. Facts. He's already gone.
Hello, sir.
How many messages did Alhan do? 3 in here? 1, 2. He typed LMAO and then left.
American 940 Atlanta.
Unreal.
Hello, climb, maintain flight level 370.
Up to 370,
yeah.
American 940.
Not happy with Hallahan right now, I gotta say.
Good evening, Delta 808.
Classic Hallahan. He came in here, 2 messages, and the last one was LMAO, and then he's gone. That's it. Trying to see if anyone else is streaming that he'd be in. I mean, he could be in Jersey Aviator. He's Twitch streaming, but I don't think Hallahan rides in that channel. I don't know what he's doing. Lord knows he's not getting any action tonight. We all know that.
An American 940, sorry.
You can tell Nomad hates streaming controlling. Oh, he hates it. Nomad absolutely hates streaming. I mean, streaming. He hates controlling, I mean. He hates controlling. He does love flying, but I want to see him... I want to see him control. The man, he fights at Hawks like a child will force a, when is forced to eat their vegetables. He'll do it, but he's not going to like it. And he's going to let everybody know around him that he's not happy with that decision.
Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, American 6.
Nothing to look at, as usual. We love these night flights when you guys can see absolutely nothing. Where are we in the airspace? I thought I mind being here, but I thought I'd be out of here by now. No, I'm still in here.
Delta 808 Atlanta Center, say your position. I don't see you on my scope.
So they've got in Atlanta 166 arrivals. Look at this. 166 arrivals in Atlanta right now. See, now I wish I had done the revert, but there wasn't a flight that worked for the real ops. That is awesome. Now, the question is, are there 166 slots? No, of course not. But, yeah. The real-world flight is still taxiing. Maybe they got switched runways as well. Ugh. Man, oh, man. Fox, where are you flying to tonight? Are you flying real world or like...
Delta
Still taxiing slightly
climb
jealous.
maintain flight level 370.
Yep.
Climbing to maintain
I think we got out a little too early. If this flight had been like an hour later, Plato, I think we would have had a lot more traffic on the ground. With events like this, everybody flies in. That's the thing. When you have a single field event, the flying in traffic is really where it's at. The ground traffic is meh. Unless you're in, of course, Jacksonville, then, you know, their airspace, they can't handle anything, so it's a different story. I'm still upset about that, by the way. I wasn't that upset during the stream. I mean, I was. But then afterwards, I was really peeved at it. I really got annoyed what happened last week when they just, hey, Dryzen in the house. We were just talking about Nomad, and you appear as if by magic. Hello, Dryzen. How are you? I was in a Dryzen stream earlier today. Did a lovely flight somewhere in Europe. To me, they're all the same, but good to see you.
Climb, maintain flight level
We're doing a, we took off out of Atlanta, Dryzen. There's an event going on this weekend. Yes, exactly. Nomad is the common thread among everything. Oh, no worries, Plato. Enjoy. But I was just complaining about the event last week in Orlando when they just dropped the ball and decided to
JetBlue 1320, contact Washington Center on 135.5.
Over to Washington Center. Thanks to the excellent ATC. Really appreciate what you're doing tonight. JetBlue 1320. 1355. 1355. Oh, that was a pleasure. It was nice to have somebody to talk to. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Washington Center, good evening. JetBlue 1320, level 350.
JetBlue 1320, Washington
That is
Center,
good.
good evening.
The Atlanta Center guide, or lady, was doing much better. But A for effort. Best oh my god, I'm dying. I'm okay. Best controller ever. She was really good. JetBlue! You really got to work on it. You got to get that. You got to get the falsetto going. That's really the key there. It takes a little practice, you know. You got to practice in the shower. I'll work on it. All right. It's your homework for tonight. So we're flying into Kennedy, and there's still air traffic control the entire way, which is great. We're entering their airspace here, and the bulk of the flight now is coming in. Kennedy has 14 arrivals. They do have ground tower and approach, and of course New York Center's on. And it is none other than Jersey Aviator, a.k.a. Digital Engineer himself. I hope he stays online, because it'd be great to talk to Joe. I haven't talked to Joe on frequency in a long time. Do I still have his sound effects?
Wilmington departure, Gamma Jet 802, passing 2,200.
That's not it.
Your cousin from Boston.
That's Hallahan.
You blew it!
That's also.
Very nice.
There it is. We got it. All right. When we get into frequency, we get on the network with Joe. We got to give someone to remind me to give him a very nice, because that's his voice. Recorded like, I don't know how that clip is like 3 years old now. I don't even know if he remembers that. He gets annoyed when I play it, which is why I have to play it. That's the problem with the, I have the Go XLR, and it's cool because you can just hit buttons and it makes the sounds, but I really have no idea which button is which. Like, it's just, you gotta like muscle memory to remember it all, which is not my forte. Okay, well, we're in the air. Ground speed, we've got a good tailwind here. Look at that. 54 knot, 55 knot tailwind, doing 522 across the ground. So, if you remember the flight we did last week down to Orlando, we had like 100 knot headwind, and we were going at like 350 knots. It's terrible. Oh, one thing we got to do though is in our flight plan, the Cameron 4. Well, technically, see, the chart says to expect it. I guess I'll show it to you. Can I show this here? Navigraph's on this, right? Stop it. I have Navigraph on my other computer because it's just easier to be able to flip between the two. But let's see here. Will this work? So if you go, I don't want this actually. I lied. I want the Kennedy.
AC 5514 information Sierra off at Charlie 3 at Raleigh, ready to taxi.
That's Slant Alpha.
AC 5514, thanks for Sierra, runway 5, left taxi,
See,
left Foxtrot.
Hogs and Cameron are expect.
5 left via Foxtrot,
So I should not program that in until somebody tells me to program it in, right? When it's an expect. I mean, Hog sometimes is 170 versus 180, but Cameron is almost always 11,000 feet. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'll just leave it alone, but I'm sure I'll get it beforehand. So you can see here on the map, since I got it loaded in, I guess you can see what we're doing. We are over North Carolina currently. Looking at this, I guess that's correct. Did we take a right turn? I think we took a left turn out of there. I don't think that's correct. But anyway, we're heading up to Kennedy. And I appreciate you guys stopping by, saying hello. Just won't be as busy coming into Kennedy now that we're out of Atlanta airspace. I just want to know about this update for the Embraer, but how can I find out? It doesn't show it here. Sometimes it's in the description. Like, there's no change log here, which is really annoying. And of course, even more annoying, and no refunds given because it stinks. Southwest needs free Wi-Fi. Southwest needs a lot of things. They have a lot of problems too. All that being said, if it's free, then everybody uses it, and then it's really slow. So if you're paying for it, at least you should be getting decent performance. Dryzen did not get the Embraer. I thought about it,
AC 5514, short of 5 left.
And I decided that if I wasn't going to make a video the day it came out, and I clearly am not, that I should just wait for VNAV to come out. So I decided not to get it. Plus, Dryzen, the other issue for me, even more so than the VNAV, is that the 175 never did anything for me. The 190, I love. So if there was a 190, I would absolutely do that. No one made a mod for it, right? Is there any like mods on Flight Sim? Like if you go to, let's see here. This would be, who makes it? Like it'd be great if someone made an E190 mod for it, but I doubt it. Virtual call. This is the new one. I'm just curious if this is the new one. No, this is an old one. Let's see. PMDG, Cessna. I plan on hogging the Wi-Fi by running your stream the whole time.
Business.
I hope somebody complains it'll be worth the cost then. Sir, you're using up all the internet. The other passengers are complaining. Rez says, same here. I'm not super interested in the E-Jet, so I'm probably going to hold off from getting that plane. Yeah, I'm interested in Flight Sim Studio. That's what it is. I just don't want the 175. I want the 190. Flight Sim. By the way, Hawks, I did pick up the flight recorder program, so we do have that. I have, let's see here, flight. It works pretty well. I have yet to figure out how to get it to resume the flight. Well, someone remind me to turn this on before landing, and then we can watch the replay. Wait, this is still working, right? No, we're still flying. This thing, this is payware. There is a freeware one, but Mr. Hawks recommended this one as a good one, so I was like, all right, we'll do this. And it works pretty well. Yes, very fancy. We're very fancy pants over here. All right, Flight Sim Studio. I doubt it. Oh, wait, I just saw it.
Center AC 5514 is passing 2,100 on the 6,000.
I was hoping someone would make like a mod for this and like extend it and make it 190, but I really not. So
AC 5514, radar contact, turn left.
Anxiously waiting for the Synaptic AC20. Carrie, I hate to be the voice of reason, but yet the not helpful voice of reason. It's never coming out. I say never, I mean it's never coming out. I've been following that project for years. Back when it was before the Synaptic, they were called something else. It's just a bunch of people who are, I don't know. My sense of it being in their Discord for a while was that they saw what the Fly-By-Wire team was doing and they thought, oh, I could do that too. And they created a Discord and then realized there's nobody who actually can, like, you know, make the systems work. So they were just like, well, we'll hope somebody joins. I don't know. I could be dead wrong on this. I am not holding my breath on it at all. I've given up on it, quite frankly. Like the GTA font. Nice. The Flight Sim Studios E-Jets in their current state remind me of the Virtual Call version when they came out. Oh, I'm sure it's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, there's no VNAV. It's just, and I would argue, well, that's a good question. I wonder how much worse or better it is. I mean, the nice thing about the Virtual Call is you can, there's a, if you subscribe to, oh gosh, the Sound Pack guys, I forgot what they were called. The FS, the Patreon guy, he does a sound pack for the E190s, which I have. And with the sound pack, at least it sounds good. I mean, yeah, it's not a great airplane, but like I'm tempted to pick up the E-Jets just to test it out, but I already know that I'll pick it up, I'll fly it once, maybe twice, and then I won't touch it for years. So why wouldn't I just wait and buy it, you know? Especially because, like, at this point, there's no point in doing a video review because that boat has sailed. I would have had to have done it like on Tuesday when it came out. And I thought about it. Then I think I got busy and I was like, oh, forget about it. And I just forgot about it.
Sorry about that. Have a good night. Easy. American 2112, contact Washington Center 125.45. We'll see ya.
125.45 from American 2112. Thank you, sir.
We got a heck of a tailwind tonight, guys. I mean, look at this. 68 knots, doing 522 across the ground. We love it. I think the E-Jet thing is interesting because I think ultimately, I think they're being very, while they're being very open about the state of the aircraft, the bottom line is there's a couple problems. Number one, the vast majority of people will judge the airplane when it comes out. The fact that they could be doing updates for months and months and months, but it will always be that people just remember the initial review. This is true of all aircraft that's out there. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty rare that an aircraft comes out as crapware and it ends up being really good. Usually, it's like PMDG or it's Phoenix, you know, or it's Mad Dog, where it comes out and it already comes out in a good state, and then, you know, they iterate a little bit, but it doesn't make like vast changes. The McDo uses the default flight plan system. Ugh. The McDo, don't get me started on that, Hawks. That's X-Craft. They're never going to be using the real one, which is dumb. I just don't understand that logic. Right? That's a problem. So I think number one, from a marketing I understand, like, the public wants the product. It's good to capitalize on the hype, but as much as I like getting early access, I think they're doing themselves a disservice with it in its current state. It's like No Man's Sky. It came out being kind of bad, but apparently got good down the line. I got No Man's Sky at release and got a bad taste of it and haven't played it since, but people say it's good now. Yeah, this is true. This is true of so many video games and lots of things. The initial review is what everybody remembers about it. And short of Flight Sim Studios turning the E175 into the next, like, Phoenix, which they're not going to do. It's not going to. I think by their own admission, it's not going to do that. It will always just be just this meh software that a lot of people have already panned, and unfortunately, I think they've done a disservice. I like the idea initially until I saw where it was, because I think we all kind of assumed, maybe based on the amount of, like, teaser videos they were doing, that it was in a better state. But I think that, listen, maybe they're making the money and they're counting it and they're doing well. I don't know. We'll never know that answer, but my sense of it is that it's
1520, descend and maintain flight with 330.
Down to 330 for JetBlue 1320. Strange. Why are we descending? Where am I? Yeah, I guess, I mean, probably closer to like over here now, but still. Was that my top of descent? No. No, my top of descent is like over here somewhere. I get that devs need money to keep going, but this thing was rushed. They'd be lucky to get fly-by-wire level. Yeah, I don't even know if they'll even get to that level, Hawks. I mean, I never got the sense that they were trying to do a money grab, like they were desperate for cash. They've been so open about everything. It seems strange that they wouldn't admit to that. That being said, Hawks, I think they, and I agree with Dryzen. I thought they were further along as well. I think, well, it's too late now. But if, given what we know now, had they waited 6 more months, if the product was going to be a better, if they had VNAV, if it had like, if its systems were slightly more fleshed out, it would be easier to handle. I think the problem is that no matter how open and verbose you are about it, if your product comes out and it's not finished, it will reflect poorly on you for the end of time. So, you know, it is what it is, I suppose, at this point. My hope is that 6 months down the line, they implement their systems to a point where it is, you know, manageable. It's good, not great, and otherwise flyable. Is that realistic? I don't know. Good question. I'm not sure what the answer is there.
American 927, Washington Center, climb maintain level 360.
But my sense of it is, I think that it's going to be a, it's just never going to get there, which is unfortunate because I really had I think a lot of people had high hopes for what it was going to do, you know? And maybe that's because of the hype. I mean, to their credit, in the grand scheme of flight sim development, most of the time you get very few updates. They're few and far between, and you never know what's happening. As a classic example, look at the aforementioned Synaptic A220. Honestly, I don't think anybody outside that project knows if they're like 1% done or 80% done, right? But at the same time, if you pull on that hype string a little too much, then you set unrealistic expectations, right or wrong. And the issue is then you can never match them. So I don't know where that line in the sand is. Like, would you rather have a lot of updates and then have your heart broken because it's not as good as you hoped for? Or would you rather have no updates and one day, poof, there's an airplane? And you say, I know what you're all going to say. Well, I prefer there to be a middle ground. Can't we have not quite full hype train, but, you know, have more than like one update a year? I think there's such a fine line between that it almost inevitably moves towards the hype train before you even know it. Yes, give me that middle ground. I don't think the middle ground exists. I think if you give them updates, it's going to create hype for it. I don't know. Phoenix, to their credit, Phoenix came out. Remember, if you remember, the Phoenix project was announced, and there was 0 updates, right? And then all of a sudden, they showed, what's it called? The cage? The thing that's not on my airplane, the little altimeter ball thingy. And then they released that, and then all of a sudden the plane came out. So they went from like nothing to full hype in about a week or two. But they were able to back it up. I don't know how you can do middle ground really, where unless you're doing like one update, like it's not gonna do like more than like 3 updates in a year, you're gonna generate hype for it. But Phoenix really came out of nowhere, to their credit. So I don't know what's worse, or what's better, or both.
Number 550 Tango exit amend out to maintain 4,000.
Got an airplane right there. Or as Nomad Aviator would say, ooh, an airplane. Ooh, I like the airplane. That's my bad impression of his. I can't do his voice. Now we're all just waiting for this IE engine, right? Oh my goodness. I can't believe that it has been this long and we have not gotten the IE engines for this plane yet. Noah! Can I do the Noah thing? Yes, there it is.
Welcome for taxi, Delta 2570.
And I thought Nomad was in the stream here with that voice. Shook. For real, what is the holdup? What are we complaining about, Noah? By the way, Noah, we're doing a 737 flight tomorrow. Taking out PMDG, sir. Oh, the IAEs. Yeah. I don't know. I thought once upon a time, Phoenix said the holdup was the SIM update 10, right? Wasn't it that one? There was some SIM update. They were like, we're waiting for the SIM update, and then we're going to release it. Yeah, well, that was like 5 months ago. No, I'm just cherry picking these times here, Noah. That's all. I'm sure she's not happy about it. I'm sure I'll still catch crap for it, but you know, once you're in the hole there, Noah, you just keep going. Who is this joker ahead of us? To my right. This would be American 1053. How is the? I am shocked. This is how spoiled we are. There is no Boston controllers on Friday night. Look at this conga line going to Atlanta. 183 arrivals
Washington 125.45
into Atlanta. Wow. And you know what? They can handle. I remember during COVID, they had an event where they had over 300 arrivals in. Do you think they'll model? Sorry. Do you think they'll model the 319 and 321? Oh, do you mean Phoenix? I would hope so. I mean, the Latin VFR is at least serviceable, so I'm not like, I can live with the Latin VFR 321. I'm sure the 319 is equally crappy, but with the mod, it's worthwhile. Nomad has a sexy British Middle Eastern drip voice. He calls it German. But I'll go with you on that, Hawks. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Sorry. I don't know. It's Carrie. What's weird about Phoenix is they just like circling back to what Dries and Noah said. It like they launched the A320. It looked awesome, and they just have been like they are so quiet. You have no idea if they're like actively developing everything, and it's right around the corner, or they're doing nothing. I don't know. This is Norfolk coming up here. The good thing about the light pollution is you can actually see something. Wonder why he descended me. Kind of weird. Let's see something here. Earth. No, init. 3.0. I changed it in here, right? There we go. So, yeah, Carrie, I don't know. For all I know, tomorrow they could release the 319 and 321, and they would. What the? What is going on?
Visual approach available on request. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
I'd be so happy if all of a sudden they're.
Caldwell Airport ATIS information Delta 2353 Zulu.
What is happening?
Variable at 6.
Did DC Center sign off?
Sky overcast.
1355. He's still here.
4. Dew point -3.
Altimeter 2970. RNAV runway.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Landing and departing runway.
American 1054, contact Washington Center 125.45, good night.
Contact, you have information Delta.
One Washington Center 125.
Okay, that's weird.
Caldwell Airport, ATIS information Delta.
2545, good night.
Wind variable at 6.
45, good night.
Visibility 10. Sky overcast at 3,400. Temperature.
Is this me or is everybody hearing this?
Altimeter.
Like, not you guys, but I mean other pilots. I'm like, just...
RNAV runway 4 approach in use. Landing and departing runway 4.
Oh my God.
Approach available on request. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Caldwell Airport, ATIS information Delta 2353 Zulu. Wind
Where is
variable
Caldwell
at 6.
Airport?
Visibility.
I'm wondering if this
10.
is just...
Sky overcast at 3,000.
This guy's getting some prime air time.
Temperature 4. Dew point -3. Altimeter
In New Jersey?
2970. RNAV runway 4.
Or Idaho.
Continues. Landing and departing runway 4. Visual approach available on request. Advise on initial contact.
Oh my God, this
you
is so
have
annoying.
Information Delta. Caldwell Airport, ATIS information Delta 2353 Zulu. Wind variable.
Oh, can I please change frequencies?
Visibility 10. Sky
Things will go down as one of the
overcast
best
at
new to market devs for the
3,400.
sim. Absolutely.
Temperature 4. Dew point -3.
That's what I thought it was, Carrie. That it was somebody hot micing like
RNAV runway 4 approach in.
I don't know.
Landing and departing runway 4. Visual approach available on request. Advise on initial contact. You have.
JetBlue 1320.
JetBlue 1320, go ahead.
We're hearing an ATIS on the frequency. I'm not sure if it's just us, but it sounded like that other aircraft was also reporting it. I'm not sure if it's a known issue.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm trying to sort it out. Let me see here. All aircraft stand by. I'm going to change frequencies entirely. All aircraft stand by. Let's see here, 1 second.
Landing and departing.
Oh, this won't create a huge problem.
Visual approach available on request. Advise on initial contact. You have information.
That's true, Hawks. I agree with you that Phoenix really set a high standard. I mean, they outdid PMDG, and PMDG is a good product, you know?
Caldwell Airport, ATIS information Delta 2353.
All right, all aircraft on frequency. Tune my frequency 118.902. 118.902.
Dew point -3.
Gotta be 9.25, right?
Altimeter 2970. RNAV runway.
Oh, our national nightmare is over, ladies and gentlemen. JetBlue 1320 is here. Wait, was that the right frequency? I think I don't think that worked. Let's see. Oh, he's on here.
Washington Center.
He's here.
Gamma Jet 802
We're good.
with you, flight level 210.
Is he here? I can see him on the frequency chart. 118.925, and I heard that other guy, so I think we're supposed to be here.
Washington Center, Gamma Jet 802.
When he said we're gonna all change frequencies, yeah. FS Labs, I'll take your word for it, Hawks. I never was on P3D, and I heard very good things about FS Labs, but you know, P3D fanboys like Hallahan, you can't trust what they're saying, what they're recommending, because I feel like they're,
Washington Center,
I don't know.
Gamma Jet 802.
And Tolis. Tolis is very good, yeah. I always loved Tolis. I think they did a...
Gamma Jet 802, Washington Center, contact level 210.
Just
But they're definitely in that in that conversation, Hawks, with Phoenix now, and good for them. Hope they do. I think I speak for everybody when I hope that they come out with more products soon. You know. There's a plane like right next to us. He is about 1,000 feet. That guy? I guess it's that guy. I'm surprised I have not gotten a, I guess we're not that close yet. At some point, we should be getting a, you know, cross hogs or something at 180 or 170, depending on what New York wants. Oh, it's happening. Okay. Thoughts on the meows? I mean, it could be Sheed. VATSIM after hours, right?
DC Center, Delta 2570 at
all right, Dryzen. Have a good one, man. Thank you, my friend, for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hopefully catch you on a Nomad stream.
Delta 2570, runway 5, taxi.
You thought Tolos and FS Labs were the same level? I thought, I don't know, people in P3D land used to talk about FS Labs like, like it was the holy grail of flight sim products. Like there was, it was just the best.
70, runway 5, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 32.
It just got annoying. Hello, Noah.
Delta 2570 will taxi runway 5 on Charlie and cross runway 32 on Charlie, Delta 2570.
If you enjoy the Tolos offerings, you'd enjoy FS Labs? Ah, okay. Ah, technical difficulties. Welcome back. You missed not a lot.
51 Washington Center, good evening.
Oh, that was supposed to be Kelsey? Rip. If you're gonna, so you're pulling a, so what you're trying to tell me, Noah, is that Kelsey's actually never been in my stream. It's been you all along. She has no idea who I am. And you pulled a Hallahan and you're using two devices at once.
Descend maintain flight level 180, the Newport News Ultimate 2973. I'll have further for you shortly.
Although I give credit to Hallahan, at one point he would come into stream and it'd be one account would be him, one account would be his lady friend, and one account would have been Dami's time. So he had 3 different accounts going at the same time in the same stream.
American 781.
Hello, Kelsey. I'm using air quotes there. Nice to see you. I like that Kelsey's also a mod in here. It's Ice, Kelsey, and Noah.
Washington Center, good evening. Delta 808. We are at flight level 370 inbound Louis.
It's really her. Oh, well, if you say that, then it must be true, especially when you show up here talking under the wrong account first and then say it's really her. I don't believe you.
Delta 808.
Here, we'll settle this the only way that's possible, the reasonable way. All right, vote in the poll. We'll settle this the only way we know how. All right, so Noah voted for Kelsey already. Noah and Kelsey voted for Kelsey, that is. So Noah voted twice, basically. So my top of descent is coming up here, and well, this is misleading because I've got pull that back on the range. Ah.
Piedmont 60,
Now it's
77 cross drone out of
2 to 1 vote.
111,000.
Can I vote? I can't vote on my own poll.
Cross
All
drone
right.
11,000, Piedmont 6077.
Oh, tied now, as I expected. Oh, the public has spoken. Yep.
Delta 808 Washington Center, roger. Break American 781 Washington Center, roger.
Hello, Buckle Bunny. So you live on MSFS? Yes. We are on MSFS. Most streamers fly there. Most streamers fly with their subs. Oh. Yeah, no, my subs don't really like me enough to fly with me. They just kind of watch and mock, mostly. But we're live on MSFS. Just me. But welcome. We do what we're good at. Absolutely. What server are you on? We're on VATSIM. We're not on Microsoft multiplayer. We're using VATSIM tonight. Yeah, it's an event going on right now. There's an event in Atlanta. You can see here, Buckle Bunny. We just left Atlanta, but there's 189 arrivals into Atlanta right now. 78 departures. So we were one of the departures. And they're actually doing an event the entire weekend, which is really cool. But look at this conga line of airplanes here. Holy, well, I saw Mick. I thought it was Nomad. It's not him. But this is that's a lot, dude. That is an incredible amount of traffic for one airport. And the airport can handle it, but my goodness. Yeah, that is a heck of a conga line. But we're flying to Kennedy, so we are right there. We're sitting right there over about to hit Sea Isle.
DC Center, Delta 2570 is holding short runway 5.
Good thing there were 10 plus controllers on just Atlanta Center. Yeah, when we were in that airspace, Carrie, it was really quiet. So I imagine now they're actually doing work. I'm sure Hustler actually has to do work now. So Jack should take notes. Well, here's what their notes would say, Noah. Number 1, controllers actually showing up for an event. Wow. Number 2, controllers who have a pulse. Wow. Number 3, see number 1. Void. What's up, man? The pride of Maine.
Southwest 853 Washington.
How are you, Void?
Descend via the Raven 6 arrival Baltimore altimeter 29er79er.
Okay. 12545.
Descend via the Raven 6 arrival into Baltimore and altimeter 29er79er for.
This is Washington Center in a nutshell right now.
Washington Center, American 69, I'm with you, flight level 330.
I'm just changing frequencies. 1, 2, 3. Washington Center, good evening. JetBlue 1320, flight level 330.
JetBlue 1320, Washington Center, hello. JetBlue 1320, cross Hogs at and maintain flight level 190.
Hogs at 190, 1320. Alright, let's get the information into here at JFK. Just kidding, none of those airports. 2957.
Delta 379, Washington Center, hello.
180 at 13 for the winds, and the temperature 9er. I'm going to double check. Can we get the Kennedy ATIS yet? JFK. Yes, we can. Oh, approaching use 31 right. Okay, that's different. Arrival 31.
Delta 8374, Washington Center, hello.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm missed some things in the chat here. Friday night probably helps versus weekday. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's so insulting to Maine. I think you're good on that. All right, I'm going to slow down. We're cleared down to 190. So once the speed comes down, we'll start our descent. By the way, Ice, as we've determined, Kelsey is not actually here. It's Noah on 2 accounts at the same time.
2145, well,
Plato, let's see. We're still in DC airspace. Noah is pretending to be his girlfriend on here. In fact, his girlfriend may not actually exist as far as I'm concerned. And Void is here. This is just like Vic and Jane. Yo, 100%.
2145, roger.
All right, we're starting our descent. Let's go. We need auto brake. And arm. Oops, this has been cranking the whole time.
Delta 2044 for traffic.
I'm glad you aren't a detective. I'm pretty sure I've solved this entire case here, Noah.
260.
I'm really questioning the whole girlfriend thing. Because, I don't know.
Land Chile 1125, maintain Mach .78.
Maintain .78, Land Chile 1125.
I don't know why it says more drag. We're below the speed. Like, why would I want more drag if I'm already, like, going the speed that it wants? That makes sense.
Yep. Delta 379, maintain Mach .78.
Mach .78 for Delta 379.
Washington Center, Delta 2847, descending 34,000 to 31,000 at Bucko.
Delta 2847, Washington Center, hello.
All right, so we're beginning our descent into Kennedy.
Level 340 south.
Did they change an IRL, or this is just a VATSIM thing? See, in the real world, they're landing 4 right.
American 600.
So we're going to find out in a minute, but the ATIS for Kennedy shows 31 right.
Yeah, he told me to give you a try.
So I don't know.
Okay, fine. Then, American 600, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Flight level 200, American 600.
I think Washington Center's slogan is, we're not as bad. It could be worse. You could be in Jacksonville Center. I think that really is their slogan. Or Washington Center's slogan is, we're not online, but if we were, I'd be happy you're not in Jacksonville.
To maintain .78 for the whole route.
Land Chile 1125, probably not, but for now, yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. It's a little, yeah, gotta see what comes up.
Roger, thanks.
Washington Center. At least we are in Jacksonville Center. Exactly. The other DC Center is getting rocked. He got Atlanta rivals and going all different directions. Yeah. Well, our guy wasn't that guy, though. Are you flying, Ice? How many are online right now? DC. There's more than one. The guy we were talking to before, Steven, he was fine. He had that ATIS problem, and he changed frequencies. So I was just surprised we didn't get... But I'm...
1320, connect Washington Center 133.72. Have a good night.
Over to the other Washington Center, 13372, thanks to the ATC. JetBlue, 1320.
To the 1320, disregard, they gave you the wrong frequency. Still there?
Oh, we're still here, 1320.
Sorry. New York Center 125.32, good night.
That makes more sense. Over to New York Center, thank you for the ATC. JetBlue, 1320. 125, 325. All right, guys, time to talk to Joe. 125, 325.
Down to 4,000, Delta 456.
New York Center, good evening. JetBlue, 1320, passing through 230 for 190 at Hogs.
JetBlue, 1320, New York Center, welcome aboard. Cross Cameron at maintain 11,250 knots.
Cameron at 110250 knots. JetBlue, 1320.
Very nice.
I forgot that's in existence.
This is November 222, Romeo Lima, short 34.
We love Joe. If you guys don't know, Joe is streaming right now on Twitch. He's a Jersey Aviator
222 Romeo Lima, contact New York approach
on Twitch, so he's actually online right now if you want to watch him. He does an amazing job. He controls New York airspace. He'll have like 100 airplanes, and it's just like muscle memory. He can do it with his eyes closed.
Delta 3049, approaching Short runway 4, ready for departure.
Delta 3049, same goes for you. LaGuardia departure on 120.
Twitch, am I right, Noah? Is there anybody below him in JFK? I think approach is on, right? Yeah, 128, 125. 128, 125. All right, got that locked in. Yeah, he's the sheet of ZNY, correct. Without the hours that sheet has, but yes, 100%. Joe's amazing.
American 1875, New York, you up?
All right, altimeter in Kennedy.
November 21, 210 Papa, contact the Washington Center, 125.452545. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Noah, I'm going to ask you a stupid question. In the real world, would you also change this altimeter?
Thank you for flying. You can thank me for controlling.
Or do you leave this one alone?
American 1054, checking in at flight level 350.
American 1054, New York, welcome aboard. Cross news at
I would assume
maintain
so.
flight level
Okay.
270.
This is like a backup, so that makes sense.
Cross news at 270 for American 1054.
Me no fly Airbus. Ah.
American 1875, check your microphone, sir. You're very, very quiet. Welcome aboard. Cross news at and maintain flight level 270.
News 270, 1875.
Center Delta 3049, we was unable to reach approach on 120.8.
Yeah, he's working on connecting to the network right now. Stay with me for now.
Copy, with you, holding short of 4.
Roger.
Center, Canadian Express 584, looking for a handover.
Yeah, it's flashing him now. He just bought it. You can contact Cleveland on 1987 119.87.
New York Center, this is November 2 Romeo Lima. I've been bounced back to you.
222 Romeo Lima, yeah, he's having issues connecting. Give him a second, just stay with me.
Love handovers.
No worries, bud.
Hawks is having some PTSD right now with handovers and not getting them.
November 222 Romeo Lima, try New York again, 120.8.
120.8, okay.
Delta 3049, same goes for you, 20.8.
20.8, Delta 3049.
JetBlue 1320, contact New York approach 128.12.
Over to New York approach. Thanks for the great job, Joe. It was appreciated. We'll be watching you on your Twitch stream, which is live right now. JetBlue 1320.
JetBlue, I'm going to miss you. Turn right, heading.
Sure, Phenom 46512, 4,200, climbing to SID.
American 2112, you are 12 miles from Zula. Turn left heading 340, maintain 3,000 on 3 southwest on the required cleared ILS only 31 right approach.
Left end 340, Cliff ILS 31 right, American 2112.
New York approach, good evening. JetBlue 1320 on the Cameron 4 arrival, passing through 14,000 for 11,250 knots at Cameron.
JetBlue 1320, New York approach, expect ILS 31 right.
Expect ILS 31 right for JetBlue 1320. All right, tower is going to be on...
Number 46512, New York
1191.
We've checked in, might have been stepped on. We are 4,200, climbing to SID.
Number 46512, near the park without contact, climb maintain 7,000.
7,000.
Plato, random question. What procedure do you follow to change the runway in the Phoenix? There's the one bug I'm over that's always trips me up. I just changed it recently. I just do this, Plato. When you go in here and you change, you said for arrival, right?
New York departure,
Yeah.
JetBlue 14.
For arrival, you just do arrival,
for 5.
and you select the runway. So before I select anything, you'll notice that the star is already in here, Cameron 4. Now this is a bad example because there's no transition, so you wouldn't be able to see it. But when you change the runway, if you don't select anything else after the runway, it will retain everything else that's in there. If you select the star again, then it will erase everything that was in there, and it's like a fresh thing. So if you had any altitudes in there that you put in, it'll be erased. So basically what I do is I just change the runway, and then I hit insert. You can track that it's working because you'll see here this won't change, the Cameron 4. Love the fact that you promo for people. It shows so humble he won't recommend his own channel. Yeah, well, it's like this comes from Sheed. I mean, they don't say on frequency that they're streaming, so why not? I think most people not most people, but a lot of people who are on the thing would, on frequency would like to see that. Where am I supposed to go after Cameron? How do you reselect the star? Here, I'll show. You would, I mean, when you select the new runway, you'll get you'll get new options over here for the star. You don't have to do that though, like, because if you're changing runways and you're already on the star, you probably want to keep it, but it'll give you the option.
Number 46512, contact me at 125.32.
12532, Pheno 512.
Alright, now what?
JetBlue 1320, fighting 040, this is maintain 3000, can you get me 296 minutes?
Heading 040 down to 3000, JetBlue 1320. Alright, 3000. Need a pretty aggressive dive down here, as I recall. Yeah, so I don't think I can do it still. If I change it to 3-1 left, let's see what happens here. So Cameron 4 is still locked in, Plato. See on the top right? So if I want 3-1 left as an example, 3-1 left. See, at this point, if I do nothing else, Cameron 4 is still locked in. It will do nothing. It will not change the star, and it will keep now 3-1 left. Now, if I go in here and I select, now I can't reselect Cameron 4 because Cameron 4 is already in here. If that's the question you have, right?
What was the frequency again for 1483?
But I'm only changing runways. I don't want to change my star. Obviously, if you want to change your star, you can do so. But I don't want to do that.
New York Center on 125.32, JetBlue 1483, good night.
10,000 feet. Lights coming on. My light's been on the entire time. Noah! Unbelievable. So does that answer your question, Plato? Anytime you change runways, it might carry over old fixes. Yeah, I've had pretty good luck. I mean, I've had pretty good luck with it. I mean, they're not going to change your if you're already on the star, they're not going to change your star, probably, right? I don't want to say it's never happened, but I don't think it's likely to happen. Yeah, the bug is that if you change the runway on the same star, it will not update the star transition. Ah, okay. So obviously with Kennedy, there's no transition, so it doesn't matter. So I want to say, though, even in Boston, and I'd have to test it out, that it would work. But I would have to obviously Plato, run it. I want to say it's happened to me and I've done it, but I could be dead wrong on that. I don't know. I know that not that this has any bearing on anything, but when I used to fly in X-Plane with the SSG, it would absolutely, that's why I would always have to reprogram things in, and I would ask Sheed for like a minute to reprogram everything, because I would need time to do it. It would not do it on its own. But that was because that plane was kind of a piece of junk. I think we all know that. You and your imaginary girlfriend are off to sleep. All right, Noah. Enjoy, my friend. See you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So I got to remember to turn on the recorder. I'm not going to do that here. It's too far out. I want to do that like when we turn we turn left for final. I'll turn it on. Best is when it sends me back to the start of the star. Yeah, that's always a good feeling. Yep. That's a feels bad man situation. Hawk says you can go no star, then select the runway, and then select the star again. That could work too. I don't remember that. I don't recall that bug personally, but I mean that is another option, I suppose.
Say again for ISO 209.
I mean that's in general, Hawks. That would. I mean you change to anything, any other star, and then change back to the Roebuck, and theoretically that would reset it and do the logic there.
Okay, that works.
Oh, there's a ghost ahead of us. Oh, there it goes. Ghost is gone.
Dynasty 31, climb maintain 7,000.
7,000 Dynasty 31.
Dynasty 31, contact New York Center 125.32.
12532, Dynasty 31. Bye-bye.
All right, so there's the New York coastline. Boston ever show up? I'm really shocked. There's a Boston ground. That's it. Wow.
Departure American 532.
How are they doing down here? 198 arrivals. Wow. I mean, so 200 arrivals. That is really amazing. I mean, I joke that every day is the FNO in Boston, in Atlanta.
Turn 15 degrees to right.
But that's definitely the case.
15 degrees to the right, 502 man.
Let's see. There's nothing to look at though. It's true. This is the problem with me doing night flights and FNOs in general.
1320 to maintain 2,000.
Down to 2,000, 1320. I'm going to slow down now. Just city and grits. I don't know what that means, but yes. So there's Kennedy right there. So essentially we're on the base. We're going to turn left and go on straight in. So. All right, speed's coming down.
Flight 10 station seats for arrival.
Plato, sorry. Are you?
1320, you are 8 miles from Zula. Turn left heading 340, maintain 2,000 on 6 hours from the localizer. Cleared IRS and 31 right approach. Contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
Left 340, maintain 2,000, still established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS 31 right approach. And over to tower. Thanks to the ATC tonight. Appreciate it. JetBlue 1320. Wow. I've never been handed off the tower without actually being on the localizer. That's a lot of assumptions from this guy. This is Zulab we're going to? Maldi, whatever. Kennedy Tower, good evening. JetBlue 1320. We are on the ILS 31 right.
JetBlue 320, Kennedy Tower, good evening. Wind 320 at 18, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 31 right. JetBlue 1320. Sorry, I missed the. Are you planning on going to FS Expo? No, I've got a conflict. Even if I wanted to go, which I wouldn't. I've got a conflict plot. I've got another trip. I'm going out west, but I'm going out to California. So, not that my wife would let me go to Texas to go hang out with Flight Sim nerds, but you know, I never understood the fascination with Atlanta. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the Delta thing. It's a ground on. Hold on a second. All right. Wait. I gotta do like 8 things here. Ground is on 1219er. Let's get that locked in. Okay. I'm waiting to get on the localizer. Once I get on the localizer, we'll start recording. California, that's not the Bahamas or Mexico. Actually, guess where I'm going after California? To Mexico. First you got to go to California, then you go to Mexico after that. It's not to worry, my friend. I've got it covered. We're going to slow down to 190. We're not going to Ensenada. We're going down to like Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, all that. We're going to the Mexican Riviera. All right, we're on the localizer.
American 2112, I haven't already. Welcome to New York. Contact ground point enter.
On there. Start the recording. Let's just record. Ops 2. Controller staying online tonight. Hey, oh man, I forgot to pronounce your name. Nameless. Oh no, I remember now. Yes. We've been far more successful this time around. Ops 3. You're down. That light is really annoying. Full flaps. Flaps full. That's one way to verify gear down. I was trying to be a little more, you know, dramatic about it. Lights are on. Things are good here. Off. We're on the glide slope, right? Yes, we are on the glide slope. Good. I'm going to pull up the ground chart on my other screen so I know where I'm going. Although, 3-1 right, Terminal 5 is right there, so you really don't even need a ground chart. It's just a left turn off the runway and then a right turn into the terminal. Pretty easy. Hey, it's good to see you again, Nameless. Appreciate it. You stopping by. Yeah, no, everything's been great. It's amazing what happens when the controllers actually show up for the event. Isn't that crazy? Our speed is like way too high. Why are we doing like 1? Is that really the speed?
1,000.
1,000 feet stabilized, misapproach altitude set. Why are we blazing it down at 1? And I guess it could be our approach speed. It seems like we're coming in way too fast. All right, I'm taking control of the airplane. Plane is mine. Oops. There we go. Wind is coming a little from the right.
500.
I mean, I guess it's possible that this is the approach speed that the flight computer has, but I would never assume that 160s are... seems excessively high. Alright, I'm not going to look at it anymore. I'm just going to land the airplane, because we're now above profile. Alright, I'm ignoring the flight computer now, and I'm just looking at the runway.
100. 50. 30. 20. Retard.
Flare too early. Pull the Nomad. Oh, crap.
10. 5.
I did it again. I did it again. We're going around. Definitely 1320 going around.
Too low, gear. Too low, terrain. Too low, gear. Too low, terrain.
1320,
Too low, gear.
Heading 220, maintain 3000.
Gear.
Heading 220 and maintain 3000, JetBlue 1320.
Gear. Too low, terrain. Too low, gear. Too low, terrain.
JetBlue 1320, contact departure 128.12. We'll see in a minute.
Over to departure 1320. Come on. Autopilot on. Oh, we got to turn. Okay, I know what the problem is. That's fine.
JetBlue 43, Kennedy Tower, are you up?
Got it.
be the score 5 departure, Yankee transition, radar vectors merit, then as follows. 71, Philadelphia ground, good evening.
Philadelphia ground, American 71, request flight plan 0 to Atlanta.
The detents are all messed up.
And 71, Roger, to be advised, departure, modify your route quite a bit. With QJ0, and
Alright, heading is good.
1176, and
We blew through the altitude.
128, decimal 125, Lufthansa 402 Heavy. Lufthansa 402 Heavy, it's going to be the score 5 departure, Yankee transition, radar vectors merit.
That was a terrible
Climb via the SID, expect flight level 33012 manifest departure. International Airport, via the Philadelphia 2 via SID 302.
Why am I getting two different things on here?
Can you just message me on the line of the VATSIM for the departure? Sorry for that, Lufthansa 402 Heavy.
What is happening on frequency right now?
Last to the Aussie 1 arrival. Climb to 5,000 initially. Check flight level 320, 10 minutes after
What is happening?
Departure frequency is on 125.32. Walk 1175.
JetBlue 1320 heading 220, maintaining 3,000 feet on the go around.
Philadelphia ground, squawk 1175.
Why am I?
Departure frequency 125.3.
I'm sorry, did I hear JetBlue 1320?
Initial altitude 5,000 feet. American 1271.
One advised that after the Philadelphia departure, 43.
Alright, I'm on the wrong frequency. 128, 125. I think I was on ground. Oh my god. New York departure, apologies. JetBlue 1320 on the go around to heading 220, 3,000 feet.
JetBlue 1320 near departure radar contact, turn left heading 130.
Left 130, 1320, and again, apologies for taking a sweet time getting here. Ah.
District 124, turn left main 010.
That was not fun.
Maintain 2,000.
Left turn 010, down to 2,000, Blue Streak 124.
Alright. This is cleaned up. That's good. If there was ever a time for a first officer, this whole flight has been like that. It really would have helped.
Airfront 92 uniform, we have 8 at Bravo at Long Island.
Paper 92 uniform, squawk 0102.
Uh-oh.
0102 on the squawk, so not too fast.
Uh-oh. Hawks, how do I get the arrival back in? Uh-oh.
Paper 92 uniform with a contact, 10 miles from the Long Island Airport, enter right down with 24.
No, enter the right down with the 24.
There's something I'm supposed to be doing now, and I'm not sure what it is.
District 124, you are
Can I do a secondary flight plan? I mean, that seems dumb.
Maintain 2,000 on your surface on the required to clear direct.
Secondary flight plan.
Left turn 340, maintain 2,000 until established. Clear for the ILS 31.
Well, I have the vectors. I just want to get it, like, plugged. I'm not worried about that.
District 124, maintain 180 knots onto Zula. Contact Kennedy Tower 1 and phone 1.
180 until Zulab and over to Tower on 19-1 for Blue Streak 124.
Where are we? Oh, I see what he's doing. Alright, we're on the downwind now. I was watching a mentor pilot video the other day, and he said, extremely true to your first officer. It made me think of me. Nice.
1320, turn left main 090.
Left 090, 1320. Why doesn't this work? Because what I'm used to is just hitting destination JFK, and it'll give me the thing, and I can re-put this back in here, you know? And I can put in the waypoints. Like, if I go, like, direct, I'm not going to go there, but, like, Maldi. Insert. No, that doesn't work. Type KJFK again. Just entering nonsense in here.
1320, say we can go around when able.
We were floating it down the runway, and we needed to go around due to running out of runway 1320.
Roger.
I mean, I got Maldine.
Approach is blue 43, 14,000, score for departure, Yankee transition.
What year is this based in? I don't know what that means.
Maintain 1,000.
Maintain 1,000, should
welcome. Yeah, no, that land, that approach. I mean, I don't mind floating it, but when we did 2 floats in a row, I had to go around. And I am convinced that speed was wrong.
Turn left heading 050 to maintain 2,000.
Left 050 down to 2,000, 1320.
JetBlue 43, turn left heading 090.
090, JetBlue 43.
Like, what year is this VATSIM taking place in? It's not a historical, it's real time. Today? 2023? I'm not sure what... I really don't understand the question. Oh, okay. So, sorry. Hawks, thank you for helping me in. Type KJFK. Put it before destination. Which would be here. Oh, I see. No, it's not. Hold on a second.
2,500.
JFK. Like that. That's okay, Josh. Not insulted. Oh, this is departure. I'm just worried that the ILS isn't going to align, but it's not the end of the world. All right, one more time, guys. We're on
Yeah, not uniforms entering right now.
base here. So this is going to be tower on 119.1. He's already on. All right, we're good. And since we're already at 2,000 feet, we're going to slow down to 190. Maybe let the computer land this time. Shh. Shh. Did you guys come here to see the airplane land or me land? The computer, obviously. What the thing that was strange, I really, listen, I did not, obviously I floated twice, but I really think that the speeds were wrong. Well, we saw your attempt. You can pull it in the frequency, throw it on the radio, and the nav. Oh god, like doing real airplane stuff.
1320, turn left in 010.
Left 010, 1320. How do you even do that in this plane? I mean, I think I've seen it before. Is it this thing? No. There's not even nav on. I know what the nav radio looks like in a Boeing. Yeah, the speed didn't help. Where would you put it in? Oh, would it be this? Like, nav? What is the, let's see, approach?
13, you are 6 miles from Zula. Turn left in 340, maintain 2,000 on 35 from the required cleared RS, only 31 right approach. Contact Kennedy Tower, 119.1.
Left 340, maintain 2,000 till established, clear for the ILS. 31 right approach, JetBlue 1320, thank you. And over to tower.
Contact Kennedy Tower, 119.1.
And over to tower, 1320, thank you. Kennedy Tower, good evening again. JetBlue 1320, ILS 31 right.
JetBlue 1320, Kennedy Tower, good evening, happy Friday. Wind, tree 0 at 18, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 31 right, JetBlue 1320. Okay, I see what you're doing. I don't think I have time for this. I think I need a co-pilot. 31 right, ILS. I can just shoot the visual.
Blue Streak 124.
Localizers on
Welcome to New York.
111.5.
When clear of the runway, contact ground 121.9er. Have a good weekend.
Nothing works.
Delta and ground 1.9er for Blue Streak 124 as well.
JCT. JCT, you're in for quite a treat here, man. This has been quite a. This is my go around number 2. This is my landing number 2. All right, slowing down to 170. It worked. Everything's fine, Hawks. It's an Airbus. You don't have to actually do anything. On the glide. Go around. Altitude is definitely 3,000 feet. Flaps 3. Seeing heading mode is active is always good. We did a double float on Kennedy. You know how long the runway is at Kennedy? And we floated it twice on the same approach.
JetBlue 1719, holding short, runway 31 left, ready to go.
All right.
JetBlue 1719, Kennedy Tower, happy Friday.
Start recording.
Wind 330 at 18, runway 31 left.
Ground is on 1219er.
31 left, cleared to take off, JetBlue 1719.
121. Niner. All right. Altimeter still the same? Yes. All right, now what's the speed right now? All right, the speed is way better. So now look at the speed, guys. Now we're doing like 135, so the speed is much better than last time. Not to make excuses for myself, but this is why Hawks flies the boring. True. Listen, if it's good enough for Sheet, I can do this. I like easy. All right, we're good now. I'm feeling good about this approach. Just hit autopilot 2. Auto land special. No. No. What are you, your team void on this, JCT? You all came here to see me redeem myself on this landing. 1,000 feet stabilized, misapproach altitude set. All right. Plane is mine. All right, here we go. Approach number 2. I definitely flared too early last time on the first one. The second one I have no excuses for. I respect for the go around. I would just planted it. I would have done that on the first float. I wouldn't mind doing that. I've done that many times. But when we did the second float and I was like approaching now the touchdown zone on the other end of the runway, it was like I had to go around. I mean, I had to go around. I had no choice. I mean, I could have planted it and slammed it in, but we have time here, so it's all right.
JetBlue 1719, contact departure now, 128.12. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. 128, 112, JetBlue 1710. Have a great night.
If you had to go around and voting for auto land, guys, no faith in me. All right, now we're high on the profile. That's just, I don't know. We got this.
Blue Streak 124, contact ground 121.9er. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Oh, that might be a bounce. I'm not sure. It's a bounce. Or down. Versus grind. Green, on, whatever. I think we bounced on that. I think the back wheels.
Good evening, this is Delta 684.
Manual braking.
Runway 31 left, Kilo Echo. Delta 684, wind 320 at 17 gust.
Noah, you can't stop on the runway, Noah. Oh, I forgot to.
Echo, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 31 left, Delta 684.
Come on.
JetBlue 1320. Welcome to New York City. Wind clear for the runway, contact ground 121.9er. We'll see you next time.
Over to ground. Thanks to the ATC. Appreciate it. JetBlue 1320. All right, we're clear. And flaps, slats.
Complete static. Make sure your mic's on.
Kennedy ground. Good evening. JetBlue 1320. Clear. Runway 31 right on Victor. Requesting taxi to the Terminal 5, please.
Hi, JetBlue 1320. Welcome to Kennedy. Continue straight whiskey. I believe it's a left turn for you, Alpha, and taxi to the ramp if I can.
Whiskey Alpha to the gates. 1320. Thank you.
Kennedy ground at Canada 170 with information acquisition IFR clearance to Toronto.
You get credit for 2 landings in smart cars? I didn't. No, I didn't touch down the first time. That's
Square 5 departure. Yankee
so it saw that I.
What if there's Gale? Climb via the SID. Expect flight
where would it? It should show a go around.
Departure is going to be on 128.125. Squawk 1130.
Let's turn this off. And this is Alpha, right? Yes. All right, so the real plane, even though it's an E190, is taking gate 11.
Expect flight level 34010 minutes.
11 is on the other side.
Departure frequency 128.5, squawk 1130, Air Canada 170.
Air Canada 170, read back correct. You could expect runway 2 and left.
Snorted nameless says. Yeah, it was a.
Expect 31 left, Air Canada 170.
It was just that approach. The first one was so bad, and when I floated it again, yes.
And attention to aircraft. No major changes other than
real flight's 320. I thought it was E190.
Gusting 26.
Oh, you're correct. It is in 320. Huh. What do you know? Yeah, they're about to land too. Good luck to them. Hope they do a better job than I did. All right, we're taking gate 11, which is on the other side. It's the third gate on the other side there, so we're just going to swing around to Foxtrot, hop on in.
And attention our aircraft information, Foxtrot now carrying altimeter 2970, winds, as we said before,
2970, is that 2957? That's quite a difference in altimeters right there. All right, and here's our exit. And I forget if the scenery has any markings. Does not. 1, 2. I think it's this one, but we'll take that. Rip. Noah, that's a terrible parking job.
Lufthansa 402 Heavy, requesting taxi.
Lufthansa 402 Heavy, runway 2 on left, full lane, taxi via left correction. Straight out November, left turn Bravo, follow Bravo all the way to Juliet, Zulu, cross 22 right,
I turned that one off.
Short 31 left.
We can go a little faster.
2, thanks November, then to Bravo, straight to Juliet, then Zulu, cross runway 22 right, and then to
alright, that's good. Parking brake on.
Heavy.
APU's on. Turn off engines.
Correct.
American 4423, on hold short, Kilo 8.
American
Hello?
4423.
All right. Well, landing rate was. This did say this said we bounced, so 246. Then we bounced a little bit. So. But yeah. Finish file.
I don't see you.
All right. Let's take.
I don't see anybody.
Disconnect from VATSIM. Thank you to the VATSIM controllers. Great job tonight. That was a lot of fun. Let's look at the replay now. I'm off the network. Correct. Stop. Load. Play. So the replay works pretty good. The cockpit's kind of messed up. It's like doesn't know what to do, so but you can do all the wing views, things like that. What time is Key West tomorrow? Let's see here. Flight is at 2:18, so I'll start the stream about 2 o'clock, let's say, Eastern. See ya, Hawks. Not 4 times speed. So my only criticism, here's what I would say. Number one, and this is something I struggle with all the time. Let's see, can I go into the cockpit? Yeah, that's all messed up. You can't see it. But the one thing I struggle with a lot, this will take forever. Come on. Is staying on profile. Like the last 200-300 feet, like the dot drops quite a bit. So, whoa! Flying Eagle. Thank you. Boy, that was not necessary. Thank you. Good night, Carrie. Thanks, buddy.
Even with a bounce, not bad.
Thank you, Flying Eagle. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, here's the approach. That will cover your Key West journey for tomorrow. Indeed. I gotta go pick that up. So, I almost certainly bounced. Yeah, I know I bounced. Smart Cars says I bounced. But Smart Cars will also, like, if like one tire comes off the ground, it will record it as a bounce. I think I decelerated too late on that. Is that tail strike? Not that. No. No tail strike. It's just a shadow. Did I really bounce? Okay. All right. Yeah, I did bounce. Yes, I did. At the point you were visual, so who cares about profile as long as you get on the markers? True. All right, we did bounce a little bit. All right, one more view. Let's see what the passengers saw. Actually, let's do this view. It's a little more interesting. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible bounce, but we did bounce it. But I agree with JCT. It's a good point that once you're once you're visual, it's just, you want to hit the numbers, right? I use the computer, the dot, as a guide as to where I should be in terms of my, descent path. Yeah, not my best work, but it'll do. Well, that'll do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Hawks for resubscribing, or membership, whatever they call it here. And Flying Eagle, dude, $20, my dude. Thank you so much. That will go towards the Key West scenery that I'll be purchasing for tomorrow. Should be streaming tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern, I hope. We will see. Stopping on the runway. Not cool. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you to all the controllers tonight. Great job. Really appreciate it. JCT says I usually will float a little once I get visual. Wait. I will usually float a little. So once I get visual, I nosedive a little bit. Yes, I do that as well. And try to land before the markers, and I end up landing where I'm supposed to. Yeah, that's pretty much the thing where everyone does that. Thank you, Plot. I appreciate it. Good night to you. Going to fire up the Phoenix for tomorrow. Nice, Nameless. Awesome. The aviations, I went on VATSIM to troll the ATC, and I got in a Piper and requesting patterns. Well, if you want to get banned. I don't know what trolling means necessarily, but hope you have a good time. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to head on out. Thank you again. And what? Again? Dude. Thank you. Oh, you're doing requesting patterns in Atlanta? Good luck with that, aviation.
As a passenger, be happy we made it.
This is true. Flying Eagle, my dude. Thank you so much. I don't deserve either of your donations tonight, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That will go definitely towards the Key West scenery. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for coming by. Appreciate all of you. And, yeah, have a good weekend, good evening, and see you guys later. Bye.
Easy views.